Sometimes everything clicks. You get the infinite deck that is 20 cards, can run on 2 mana, and you can wipe out anything on turn 1. You get Shuriken, you get Kunai, you get the fan, so that you can build block for the random times that you can't go infinite on turn 1. But sometimes you just have to make do with what you've got. And this guide is going to show you step by step how you can take a bigger deck and still go infinite to the point where you can beat Donu and Deka on turn 2. We're going to be extra aggro here and try to strip all the artifact off of Deka first, because we need to make sure we can get it vulnerable when we do start going infinite. So what we're going to do here is we need to always make sure we can keep drawing more cards or getting cards back into our hand. So that's why we have these skims, we have scrape, and we have the couple of flash of steals you see here. We're going to keep generating energy and keep drawing more cards until we quite simply can't do it anymore. In an ideal world, we'd have a 20 card deck that runs on 3 energy, goes infinite on turn 1, but as you all know, a lot of times those end up dying early on because you don't have any way to generate any block. So what we do here is we fill the deck with some extra stuff that either exhausts or generates more energy so that we can block and actually get to the end of the game. And as expected, we're not actually going to get to turn infinite on turn 1, but we did get a nice setup here. We're not going to end up taking any damage from Deka, and we are very ready to go all in on the next turn. We just really need to find that all for one. Start out by drawing more cards. It's a lot of times better to know what cards you're going to have to work with before you start playing anything else. So you can see here, I've got this reinforced body that I was using for block, but I've also got recycle, and that's going to give me 4 extra energy this turn to play with. So rather than not take it, because this card saved me many times throughout the run, now I can just exhaust it here, get rid of it, and keep moving forward. We're going to draw more cards. We've got 7 energy to play with. There's more claws, more turbos, which we're going to go ahead and use. We're just going to start emptying our hand so that then we can get the Unceasing Top to start proccing. Fission here is another one, a great energy and draw generation. It's also going to just give us a little bit more block on those turns we don't necessarily have what we need. And once again, the Unceasing Top, anytime we empty our hand, we're going to draw more cards. So stay away from that end turn button. I still have 9 energy I can use in this turn. Again, Charge Battery is going to generate energy for future turns. Another good card to use if you're kind of stuck. And it does look like we're actually going to bottom deck All for One, which isn't terrible because we've got Rebound here. So check this out. We play Rebound, we draw All for One, and then we play All for One, which is actually going to get put back on top of the draw pile. Now, we've got these Flash of Steels here, so we can draw it again after we play all these cards. So now we can go ahead and strip the artifact off of Donu. We've got Go for the Eyes, we've got Trip, and hopefully now when we can pull it back in again, we can make Deka vulnerable, and we're going to have enough to make Donu, or to take Donu out with the Claw just constantly regenerating itself. So here we play Flash of Steel, we draw All for One again. Make sure you don't play the second Flash of Steel or you're going to take all those cards back to your draw pile, and then All for One's going to be useless. Okay, now we're really close here. We can get the vulnerable applied to Deka and 2 more cards, and we're going to be able to take Donu out. If you like videos like this, go ahead and write caw down in the comments section. And while you're there, I know you're enjoying this, so go ahead and subscribe. And now what we really got to do here is we just need to plan things out and do everything we can to maximize our damage. We're min-maxing here. We need to get as many small points of damage used on Donu to take him out, and hopefully we can use the rest of our claws, build up some energy, and take Deka out this turn here. Because you can see we're down to just block cards and recycle. So I am going to go ahead and recycle the dual cast. We're going to play the 2 turbos. get 5 more energy we can use. We're going to play the Steam Barrier even though we don't need the block. We've got 8 energy and we draw the All for One again, which is amazing. We're going to go ahead and just refill our hand with all the claws, and this is really probably all we're going to need. You know, we've got the 3 claws here, and the final claw is dealing 49 damage.